To Ukraine because Kyiv says it's carried out another major sabotage operation against a strategic Russian target, the Crimea Bridge linking Russia to the occupied peninsula. Intelligence services in Kyiv say explosives were planted underwater and detonated just before 5 o'clock this morning. Those the picture of that attack.
In the early hours of June 3rd, 2025, Ukraine's security service, SBU, made a dramatic move against one of Russia's most important strategic assets, the Kerch Bridge in Crimea. This operation was unlike anything seen before, involving underwater drones, covert combat divers, and a payload of nearly a ton of explosives. But the real question is, what role did the US play in this groundbreaking attack? And how has the balance of power shifted in the region? Ukraine's covert underwater bombing of the Kerch Bridge was a highly sophisticated operation. Using a combination of Marichka-class underwater drones, combat divers, and advanced satellite imagery, Ukraine struck a critical blow against Russia's military supply chain. According to confirmed reports, this was no ordinary bombing. The mission involved planning and precision. Ukrainian forces employed both satellite and sonar mapping to target key structural elements of the bridge. But how did they manage to bypass Russia's formidable defenses? Intelligence and technology were key to the success of the mission. Small drones or covert dive teams were likely deployed in advance to gather detailed data on the bridge's underwater structure, ensuring the explosives would be placed in the most effective positions. Using closed-circuit rebreathers, the divers moved silently and undetected toward the bridge's support pylons. With the help of underwater GPS or inertial navigation systems, they pinpointed the exact spots to place the explosives, areas that standard drones couldn't reach. Once the reconnaissance was complete, the team deployed the Marichka underwater drones, designed to carry a massive payload. These sleek, stealthy drones, about 6 meters long, are capable of carrying nearly 1,000 kilograms of explosives. To give you a sense of scale, that's the same weight as a Ford Fiesta. Imagine transporting nearly a ton of explosives under the cover of night, making multiple trips across hostile waters, carefully placing the charges under the bridge. This was a feat requiring not only precision, but incredible coordination. The explosives were carefully placed at the bridge's submerged structural supports, areas that are difficult to inspect or reach using standard surveillance. To avoid detection, the devices were secured with anti-handling mechanisms, ensuring they wouldn't be triggered prematurely. Then, after carefully positioning the charges, the divers made their withdrawal, using routes that likely included extraction plans, like surfacing at a remote location or being retrieved by a submersible. At precisely 4:44 a.m. on June 3rd, the explosives were detonated, sending shockwaves through the region. The blast caused significant structural damage to one of the bridge's spans, disrupting vital transportation links and cutting off a key Russian military route in occupied Crimea. This was no ordinary attack. It was a bold statement, a critical blow to Russian military operations in Crimea. But Ukraine's ambitions don't end here. Future attacks could involve the Marichka drones targeting more strategic infrastructure, including ships, bridges, and military fortifications. The Marichka drone is a powerful tool capable of striking from unexpected angles and with devastating impact. Designed like a torpedo, this drone has a range of up to 1,000 kilometers, allowing it to loiter silently beneath the surface for hours. Stealth is its strength. Most radar systems can't detect it. Once the target is locked, the drone strikes with pinpoint accuracy, delivering a heavy payload to its intended target. Ukraine's use of these underwater drones is transforming the rules of warfare. And what makes these drones even more dangerous is their ability to operate under the radar, literally and figuratively. In addition to the Marichka drones, Ukraine's naval drone program includes advanced systems like Sea Baby, an autonomous naval drone that strikes targets with exceptional accuracy. Designed for stealth, it is part of a larger strategy to target Russian infrastructure, including critical bridges and ships. Ukraine has also taken its sea drone operations a step further. By targeting Russian vessels and even helicopters, these drones are proving to be a serious threat to Russian naval and air superiority. One such incident involved the attack on a Russian intelligence ship, where Ukrainian drones, equipped with powerful explosive payloads, successfully breached the ship's defenses, sinking valuable vessels and damaging other high-priority targets. Another example is the use of Sea Dragon, an air-to-air missile adapted for naval use. In an unprecedented strike, this missile took down a Russian Mi-8 helicopter, with footage showing the missile hitting its target after evading flares and machine gun fire. These types of attacks are not only devastating in terms of physical damage, they also have a profound psychological effect. The Russians are now forced to reassess their defenses, knowing that Ukraine is using highly sophisticated, autonomous drones that can strike at any time. The Ukrainian military's ability to coordinate these strikes is enhanced by their growing intelligence network, supported by international partners, including the US. While Ukraine is making strides with its sea drones, the US has played a key role in providing advanced surveillance, satellite imagery, and intelligence sharing. This collaboration has been vital in helping Ukraine target Russian vulnerabilities and execute precise, high-impact operations. The US has been instrumental in supplying Ukraine with the tools to conduct these precise strikes. US intelligence, including satellite imagery, has helped Ukraine's forces map out Russian positions and identify key infrastructure targets, including the Crimean Bridge. While Ukraine is leading these attacks, the role of American technology and intelligence cannot be understated. The US is providing vital support to ensure that these operations continue to disrupt Russian military efforts in Crimea. Ukraine's strategic use of sea drones and underwater attacks is a new chapter in modern warfare, one that is being shaped by a blend of cutting-edge technology, tactical precision, and international collaboration. The US has become a key player in this evolving conflict, helping Ukraine level the playing field against a larger, more heavily armed adversary. As the war continues to evolve, the technological gap between Russia and Ukraine continues to widen, thanks in part to the support of NATO allies. The future of warfare will likely be defined by this new wave of unmanned autonomous technologies that can strike with precision from above, below, and on the ground. The world is watching. The new age of warfare has arrived. Stay tuned for more updates on the evolving conflict in Ukraine and how technology is changing the rules of war. If you found this deep dive into Ukraine's underwater and drone operations insightful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay informed.